Hello and what's up again, guys? This is Plamoguy, and now I have the review on the Evangelion Unit 00 prototype Chogokin SPEC XS-09. That is quite a handful. Now, if you have seen the unboxing as well as my mini rant that I have on the video, you will see that I have, well, somewhat a burnt up, well, not somewhat, but it's really a burnt up Evangelion with also missing pieces on the legs, part of the knee, both of the legs, as well as the hatch for the entry plug. Even the entry plug is missing. Anyway, that doesn't mean that I can't make a decent review, so I'll try my best. Anyway, the figure itself is amazing. It stands really tall, and it's quite taller than some of my Gundam models. If I can put out a Gundam model to do a side-by-side comparison, here it is next to a Master Grade Tolgace 2. Details here are really sharp. They capture the essence of Evangelion really well, and there are a lot of painted details, also markings like the Eva 00 Proto 0, again to the other side of the shoulder and the arm, although a little burned up, but I think you can see that it's there. And there is a green jewel on top of the head right there, also a red dot that kind of simulates a head or an eye. There we go. And putting up all the armors on this guy is fairly easy. Just snap. As you can see, there are two pegs right there that you can just snap on the armor pits, and once it's on, it doesn't really bother me. It won't fall off. I thought at first that it will be flimsy because you can just snap on all the armor, but it's not. And this is the SPEC Chogokin line. From what I believe, there are two kinds of Chogokins for Evangelion. The first one is the Soul of Chogokin. That is just the main figure. You can't interchange the armor. Just a standard Chogokin figure with all the weapons that associates with a certain type of figure. And then there is this, which is the SPEC Chogokin line. Now, like I said, you can remove all the armor bits and even the head. You can replace the head with the standard unarmored head, and that is the main advantage of this one over the Soul of Chogokin line. And I'm really more keen on this line because I don't know, I kind of like all the options that it presents. Anyway, let's try for posability. Head is on a ball joint, so you can move it 360, and then there's another ball joint on the bottom of the neck, so you can do some chicken stances. And side to side, not so much. The shoulders, that pull up that far. The shoulder pads are on separate hinges. Arms, they do rotate. Also bottom of the arm here, but be careful. And armband will go that way. Really good. Arms are on a ball joint, so you can ball joint and hinge, so you can do that. Also rotation. Waist, you have two ball joints on the waist, so you can do down movement like that and up. Not so much when the armor is in place. This one is sort of free flowing. You can lock it in place, but if you move it again, it'll just snap right off. Anyway, legs, they do the splits. Just be mindful of this one. They do rotation. Knees, they bend really great. This is a free flowing knee armor. Feet, they are on beautiful hinges Right there, they do also rotation, and you can see it's just connected by a mushroom peg. Overall, you can have a lot of awesome poses with this guy. I really like it. It's solid, and the poses that you can do is almost you can replicate most that you can see on the anime, so that's a plus. And die-cast parts, the die-cast parts that I noticed are on the legs here. This is a whole die-cast part. This on the shin, these are two sandwich die-cast part. Also the feet are all die-cast. Only the bottom half of the figure is die-cast, so you can, even though the feet covers a small area, you can stand up the Evangelion without any problems. Now for accessories, we'll start out first because, like I said, I don't have the complete accessories, but I'll try my best. Anyway, shoulder pads, aside from these standard shoulders, you also have these two. These two are quite different in that this first one opens up to reveal the knife, and also the next one you can open up to expose the needle guns. But I believe the only Evangelion that uses the needle guns are the unit 1, I believe, from Asuka. Anyway, it is replacing these is just sliding it onto the arms right there, so you can just simply pop off that joint and then just slide it like so. Next accessory that we have are a few hands. For hands, you have open hands that you can do to make some unique poses. You also have this, a hand specifically designed to hold the knife right there, and you can do some quite unique poses with this one. You also have different type of hands. The next one is this. You have both gripping hands, which you can do in order to grip the pellet rifle and the sniper rifle, which I'll show later. You also have this one, and this one is, I believe this one is specifically designed to hold the Lance of Longinus. And speaking of the lance, well, sadly my lance is broken. You can see there, it's broken on that part. But the great thing about it is that it comes in another form, and as you can see there, it's the joint form of the Lance of Longinus in the scene where the Evangelion throws the lance. And well, if you can just join them together, you can recreate that scene, which is quite fantastic. Also, aside from that, you also have this, an awesome detailed sniper rifle. This is quite good. You can see that the stand poses, and then there's a loadable magazine, and you can use the gripping type hands to just slide it like so, and then you can make the Evangelion do some unique rifle poses. It's really great. The details in here are quite amazing. Also, again, another signature Evangelion weapon is this, the pellet rifle. Now it's really detailed. It's painted in this matte green, matte gray type of look. Also, you can use, once again, the gripping type hand, and you can just wedge it like there, and then just put it on the Evangelion to make it look like the Evangelion is doing some shooting poses. You also have this, a handgun, although I don't remember the Unit 00 using this, but it's quite posable. It has moving parts. See the barrel there? It moves, and also a loadable magazine. That's quite attention to detail for such an obscure weapon. Also, you have this. You can put this in the sniper rifle, and the top one, this part here on the Evangelion, so it can simulate that look. I don't know, I haven't seen this part, or maybe I have forgotten all about it. The next accessory is this. When the Unit 00 is holding the N2 mine, one of the iconic scenes in the series. Oh, before I forget, the reason you're seeing a blue one to the younger audience is that this is from the TV version. The TV version has the blue one, and the Evangelion movies has the yellow one. Last accessory that I have is this, which is for the umbilical cable, and this flimsy wire that you can just attach like so, and then on the back of the model, on the figure, there are 3 dots there that you can connect like so. The sad part is this is just a hollow piece of plastic, soft pliable plastic, which doesn't attach to anything. But what are you gonna do? Overall, these are really great accessories to an already amazing Evangelion figure. And I believe the Chogokin, the soul of Chogokin, is the accessories on that is also comparable to the accessories on the SPEC Chogokin line. So that's it. An awesome figure complemented by an awesome array of accessories. The Chogokin SPEC XS-09 Unit 00 prototype. So what do you guys think? Do you like it? I love it. The fact that I have one. Sad part is that, well, I got a semi-burn up look, but maybe like one of my viewers suggested, I do some battle damage look because only the arms are burned up. It doesn't quite translate to the entire body, so maybe I'll do some of that. Anyway, that's the review. What do you guys think? Do you like it? I think I'm gonna get more Evangelion figures, and I hope you guys like the review. If you want to see more, be sure to hit like and subscribe to the channel, and as always, I will see you next time.